Hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Hemant Batra, who was a law firm founder who built practices across jurisdictions and now a full-time legal futurist. Obsessed with just one question: what will keep law firms relevant tomorrow? Today's solo episode is about law firm strategy for 2026. Not buzzwords, not motivational fluff, real strategy backed by hard data and uncomfortable truths. If you run a law firm, or let's say plan to start one law firm or advise one, this episode is not optional. So let's begin with the reality check. Why 2026 will be brutal for unprepared firms? Let me start with facts. The Indian legal services market is already above $45 billion and projected to cross $65 to $70 billion by 2030. At the same time, legal tech in India is growing at over 16% compound annual growth rate. That's not evolution, that's disruption speed. Global studies now show that 30 to 40% of routine legal work is already automatable using AI and workflow tech. And here is the uncomfortable truth. The market is growing, but profits will concentrate in fewer, smarter firms. Average firms will survive, strategic firms will dominate. Everyone else will bleed quietly. Yes, 2026 will not reward tradition. It will reward design, data, and differentiation. Now let's touch upon strategic pivot number 1, from law firm to legal business. If your entire strategy is still built around billable hours, seniority-based pricing, manual workflows, you are not running a modern firm. You are, in my view, running a legacy factory. By 2026, top performing firms globally are expected to generate 25 to 35% of revenue from non-traditional legal services like legal operations, compliance, automation, regulatory strategy, contract lifecycle management, risk analysis, risk analytics. Clients are no longer buying hours, they are buying outcomes, certainty, and speed, all put together. Your 2026 strategy must shift from I provide legal services to I solve high-value business risk using law, tech, and process. If your if your website still reads like an old brochure, that's your first red flag. Strategic pivot number 2. Technology is no longer a support tool. No. It is the firm. Let me give you real benchmarks. By 2026, 70% plus in-house legal teams will expect their external law firms to integrate with their contract management and compliance platforms. Firms using AI for research, due diligence, and drafting are already reporting 30 to 50% reduction in turnaround time. Firms that fail to adopt tech typically lose 15 to 20% of clients within 24 months due to speed and cost mismatch. Technology is no longer an IT cost. It is now a profit leverage, a client acquisition engine, a talent magnet. Your 2026 strategy must clearly answer which workflows are fully automated. Where is AI used? How is data being captured about clients, cases, outcomes, time, and risk? These questions must be answered. If your firm cannot generate meaningful performance dashboards, meaningful performance dashboards, today you are already behind. Let's discuss strategic pivot number 3, the talent model about 2026. India produces close to 100,000 law graduates every year, or perhaps more, but less than 2% are job ready for top firms. That gap is widening, not shrinking. By 2026, successful firms will follow a 3-tier talent strategy. Note it down. First, elite specialists. High value advisory is niche like data privacy, ESG, cross-border M&A, fintech, infrastructure, and IP strategy. Second, process lawyers. Lawyers trained for scale, automation, compliance, workflows, and volume execution. That's what I'm talking about under head 2. Now, head 3, hybrid professionals. Law plus tech, law plus finance, law plus policy, law plus data. That's the third important salient feature. Your recruitment will no longer be about rank or pedigree. It will be about commercial judgment, adaptability, and tool fluency. Old model was about training juniors for 5 to 7 years and hoping they will mature. New model is about deploy productivity. Tech-enabled lawyers. Productive tech-enabled lawyers from day one. Fifth, strategic pivot number 4. Practice area engineering, not generalization. The era of the everything for everyone full service firm is shrinking fast. By 2026, the fastest growing practice areas in India will be, noted down, data protection and cybersecurity, ESG and sustainability, advisory, fintech and digital payments regulation, cross-border dispute resolution, infrastructure and project finance, startup and venture regulatory advisory. This is the future of law practice. Your strategy must answer: what are the 3 core revenue engines of your firm? Yes, which practice areas are scalable? Which areas are brand builders but not profit drivers? Every strong firm in 2026 will look less like a supermarket and more like I would say, portfolio of precision businesses. A portfolio of precision businesses, not like a supermarket. Sixth head, but strategic pivot number 5. Pricing will decide who lives and who suffers. Let's talk money. That's fundamental for growth of any law firm. Clients now actively resist open-ended billable hours, undefined scopes, surprise invoices. This is clear no. By 2026, the winning pricing models will include, note down, fixed fee retainers, subscription-based compliance, success-linked advisory fees, hybrid monthly plus outcome billing. Firms that redesign pricing even partially are already seeing 20 to 35% improvement in client retention, higher cash flow predictability, lower dispute over fees. Your strategy cannot be we bill like everyone else. Strategy is about engineering revenue safety. Now, head 7, but strategic pivot number 6. I had discussed under head 1 about the general theme of the podcast. So let's discuss about thought leadership, how it becomes a revenue asset. Now, by 2026, your digital footprint will influence mandate as much as personal networks. Data is brutal here. Over 60% of new age corporate clients now research firms online before their first contact. Law firms with active content, podcasts, research reports, and visibility generate 2 to 3 times more inbound leads. Your brand is no longer your logo. Your brand is your voice, visibility, and intellectual capital. If you're not publishing insights, educating the market, and shaping opinion, someone else is building authority in your place. Don't let them do that. Coming to last 3 points, starting with global strategy, internationalization without physical expansion. For Indian firms, 2026 is also the decade of cross-border delivery without foreign offices. Yes, without actually having physical foreign offices, through international desk models, referral alliances, tech-enabled cross-border workflows, cross-qualified lawyers. You can service, let's say, jurisdictions like UAE, MENA region, UK, Singapore, and US clients without setting up brick and mortar entities in those jurisdictions. Your strategy must include cross-border capability building, international compliance familiarity, multi-jurisdictional documentation, expertise. Global relevance will no longer be optional for premium Indian firms. Now, what should be the 2026 law firm strategy framework? I'm summing it up. Let me distill everything into, let's say, one practical framework. Your 2026 strategy must answer 6 non-negotiable questions. Non-negotiable questions. First, what is our technology spine? 2, what are our 3 core profit practices? Third, what is our scalable talent architecture? Fourth, what is our pricing innovation model? Fifth, what is our brand and authority strategy? Sixth, what is our cross-border growth roadmap? If you cannot clearly answer these in under 5 minutes, your firm is not strategically ready for 2026. And the final truth bomb before we close. The biggest risk to law firms in 2026 will not be AI, will not be artificial intelligence, it will not be competition, it will not be regulation, it will be strategic laziness. The firms that win in 2026 will think like businesses, not chambers. Invest in systems, not just senior lawyers. Build brands, not just billings. Design for scale, not survival. Remember all these words. And the ones that don't will still be busy, undoubtedly, just not profitable and not influential. So let me close by saying that if you are a managing partner, founder, in-house leader, or a young lawyer building your future, now is the time to stop reacting and start designing. Because 2026 is not waiting for consensus. It is waiting for clarity. It is waiting for clarity. Hope you get clarity. Thank you, and see you again sometime soon with my next episode. Thank you, bye, and God bless.